Hey, this is Kaufman is Live YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at The Ultimates #2 by Marvel Comics. It's written by Dennis Camp and the art's by Juan Frigeri. I like this cover here. It kind of is basically a metaphor for what is going on in this comic here, as there's kind of a chokehold on America going on here. So we got Iron Lad choking out Captain America, which isn't really something that happens in this book. Maybe he's trying to hold him back, but they are on the same team here all throughout this comic. Starts out in Washington, D.C. on July 4th, so that's pretty timely. We just celebrated July 4th here. We get these kind of faceless Matrix, like Mr. Smith guys who are agents for the Maker, who has taken over the world here. And we see the White House has actually changed color here. It's actually gold now. We've got these people running because the Ultimates are coming. And they've kind of set things up here so that the heroes are like basically the X-Men of this new universe, where they're hated and feared because of what the Illuminati have tricked this population into thinking the Ultimates did. So kind of a similar thing to what's going on in the Absolute Power over in DC as well, where we've got heroes basically being framed for something they didn't do and just causing a whole mess. So we get the team here: Iron Lad, Doom, who's actually Reed Richards in this universe, Captain America, Thor, Sif, Giant Man, and Wasp, who joined in the last issue. So we got Steve Rogers here, and he had asked Tony to give him a holographic file of everything that's been going on since Captain America was frozen in ice. So he sees World War II, the nuclear bomb. Stark says it wasn't pretty, so then we see the Maker setting up his city here. The Maker being the first man on the moon, which is kind of funny. We've got the Maker and John F. Kennedy kind of confiding in each other, it looks like. So we see America start to turn dark here through these decades as Captain America was asleep. So the Ultimates, they're infiltrating the what used to be the White House, and they're trying to get to the new president, which is this character named Midas. Now, unless I missed something reading here, I don't know who Midas's alter ego is, but he's taken Howard Stark's armor here, the original armor, and made it his own. And, you know, after the fall of the world, basically, and the Maker remade it, this guy Midas came in and took over North America. And he's made the White House his gold house. And we see some more footage here from Captain Rogers. All throughout this comic, we kind of keep flashing back to his time in that hologram chamber. We see, I don't know, I think this is Howard Stark trying to save the president here when Kennedy gets assassinated. That's pretty funny. We see the arrival of Galactus, and obviously he was met by the Maker. I'd love to see that story told. And we even see the mutants down here asking for equal rights. So I like this. I like the way this story is being told in this comic. Pretty interesting stuff. So we've got Midas explaining how he took over the armor in the United States. He says, well, it's a free country. And we get more and more from Midas, just talking about his view of America. He says commerce is what makes America, the transmutation of things into capital. So this guy's just all about capitalism and getting whatever he wants by any means necessary. So they know that he's doing something here in the basement of this gold house, and Captain America says, "Are you with us, or are we going to have to go through you?" And Midas just knocks Captain America aside. We see some more images here from Captain Rogers. Got Omega Red here battling Iron Man and War Machine, which is pretty cool. We got the Savage Land, it looks like, overrun by toxic chemicals. And the Punisher looks like in a lawless, like, New York City here. So we get Midas battling Iron Lad and the Avengers now. And Iron Man takes out the floor, so they all fall through the floor into the basement, which reveals what Midas has been working on this whole time. I really like this page too. There's no dialogue on this page except for the "my God," and they just fall through the floor. And we discover this woman being held captive down here, and she's pulsing with radiation, and Midas explains that she's powering all the cities, she's powering his suit. So if they try and save her and get her out of there, they're going to cause power outages all through the city, all through hospitals, and it'll just cause mass chaos. So Midas also explains that he loves this woman. He doesn't know who she is or where she came from, but she came to them and they're using her for all her power. So he keeps beating up Captain America here. I really like this panel down here of Captain America beaten and bloodied. And this one too. Looks like we've got like some Punisher mercenaries with like a red and black Punisher kind of cult, it looks like. Some interesting ideas here being presented in this book. I've really liked it so far. So Midas says, "The United States of America is dead. Long live the North American Union and regional subsidiaries." And Wasp says, "Rolls right off the tongue. By the way, gold is tacky." So she shoots the machine that's holding this prisoner captive. They continue to battle Midas, and Captain America hits him in the back of the neck with his shield. And he says, "How could you love her? You don't even know her name." And Midas says, "I think you broke my neck, Captain." And he says, "Gold's soft metal." So I really like the writing in this book, and I like the ideas being presented. The dialogue's really good, and the art is it's not the best art I've ever seen, but it's really solid. So as we get to the end here, we find out that who this woman was being held captive, and you might be able to figure out who it is. We get a nice line here to end this comic as Captain America says, "Can you remember your name?" Of course, she says, "America." So it's America Chavez, if you couldn't figure that out. Nice little splash page here to close it. We've got the gold house burning in the background as the ultimate save America Chavez. I like how Wasp is big here. She's trying to carry Ant-Man as he got taken out during the battle. So yeah, Ultimates #2. Let me know what you thought of it. I liked it. I've really enjoyed this series so far, so I'm going to recommend it. Thanks for clicking on the video and subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do, and I'll see you on the next one.